朋友，您是否知道，在过去的20多年中，在世界上最长寿的国家日本，最受欢迎的、销量最高的保健品是什么吗？它就是被人们称为营养之王和排毒之王的奇妙的单细胞植物，生活在淡水当中的小球藻。今天呢，我们请到了2位医学专家，特别为您介绍一下小球藻的排毒功效。因为呢，对于生活在今天这个有毒世界的人们来说，这个功效真的太重要了。
So we live in what we call a toxic world, and it's become much more toxic in the last 100 years as part of the Industrial Revolution. We're exposed to toxic heavy metals. In fact, that's why our cars now burn unleaded gasoline, because the government recognized that air pollution was becoming very toxic when cars burned leaded gasoline and we were all breathing the lead. We still are breathing other toxic heavy metals. We're exposed to a tremendous number of chemical toxins, PCBs, dioxins, polyvinyl chlorides, plastics. These were never meant to really be in our bodies, and they've expanded so rapidly over the last 100 years that our bodies really have not had a chance to adjust. So it's a big part of why people don't feel well. When I work with patients, there's 2 main principles of how we want to help people feel better, actually have better health and restore health. And so one is nutrition. Hippocrates said, nutrition shall be your medicine. And then the second area, which is often overlooked, is the damaging and destructive effect of toxins. So we call that toxicology in the real medical world. Unfortunately, in the Western medical world, toxicology is limited to normally when patients have died, and you're looking to figure out what may have poisoned them at that time. But in integrative medicine, we spend a lot of attention figuring out what type of toxins, which is really just another word for poisons, that a person is exposed to, mostly in the environment, because the poisons are all around us. They're in the air we breathe, the water we drink, the food we eat. So toxins have a big negative effect on our organ function, how we feel, and developing illness and disease. So chlorella is very unique because it not only is a highly nourishing food, but it's probably the best nourishing food that helps to cleanse, eliminate, and purify our bodies from toxins. When I work with patients, I teach them the first 2 elements of either staying healthy or restoring your health. Number 1 is avoiding poisons and eliminating the toxins or poisons that your body has accumulated. So for example, if someone doesn't have access to food, you can survive weeks, perhaps months, without eating. When you're exposed to a toxin, it can be devastating instantaneous. So in one instant, you can get enough of a toxin to actually die, destroy your health.
原来以为有毒食品的问题只是在中国特别严重，没想到在西方医生的眼中，有毒有害食品的问题已经是个世界性的危机。那么小球藻与此又有什么关系呢？
Sun chlorella has 2 major benefits or methods in which it helps our body detoxify. One is chlorophyll. Okay, that's what makes it green. And chlorophyll is to a plant what hemoglobin is to humans. So it is the substance that allows it to take in sunlight, carbon dioxide, and that's how the plant makes energy. And chlorophyll is how it does that. But another benefit of chlorophyll is that it is highly absorbent of toxins. So I like to think of it as nature's natural purifier. When people consume sun chlorella, particularly the chlorophyll component, it is going to absorb all kinds of toxic elements, pretty much anything that's inside a person's body. This can be toxic heavy metals, this can be chemicals. Those are the two main groups. A third group, which people don't think of, are organism toxins. So our bodies are also full of organisms. Some of them are not good for us, and they produce a certain amount of toxins. So sun chlorella is very helpful in assisting our bodies in eliminating those natural toxins that are produced inside of us. Okay, so there are not only toxins that we get externally, there are toxins that we produce internally. Some of it is just part of the natural process. Sometimes we get mothers interested in their health when they're pregnant and not before. But now they want to do an excellent job of nourishing the baby, the developing baby. In order to support and nourish that baby, you have to do two things. You have to give it lots of nutritional building blocks. Sun chlorella does that. And secondly, you have to keep the exposure to toxins away from that baby. So even in this country, the Environmental Protection Agency has warned pregnant mothers not to eat too much of certain fish because those fish contain high levels of mercury. Shark, swordfish, tilefish. Now those are just the worst. Other fish, including tuna, also contain mercury. Because of research, we know that sun chlorella will actually absorb, bind, and help a person eliminate those metal toxins. There's also research that shows other natural environmental chemicals like dioxins, PCBs. These are environmental waste products, so they are everywhere. They're everywhere in our environment. They have found PCBs in polar bear at the North Pole because it permeates our environment. So once again, sun chlorella has the ability to absorb, bind, and help our bodies detoxify, and in doing so, it helps to protect not only the mother gets protected as well, but it helps to protect the developing baby.
I want to mention a study they did with women during pregnancy. When I mentioned about the eclampsia disease, so if I can tell a woman, well, in this study, a statistically significant number of women in the sun chlorella group did not get preeclampsia, while the other group, women did in that other group, then I really have to say, add it on to your multivitamin or add it on to your prenatal vitamin. And there's some very interesting studies, and the overall result is that women who take sun chlorella, both during pregnancy and during breastfeeding, when they look at the actual breast milk and analyze it, it has less dioxins. I can't really tell my patients, go clean up the pollution. They're not going to be able to do that, but at least they can clean the pollution in their own body. The other thing I wanted to add that was in the study that's also hugely important. So the women who were breastfeeding, when they took the sun chlorella and they checked what's called the immunoglobulin A, it's part of our immune system. You need, and I'll call it IgA, you need IgA, every person, every child needs IgA to prevent infections. So wow, if I can increase a woman's breast milk with more good, healthy IgA levels, they're going to now give it to the baby who doesn't have a very good immune system. It's an infant. That's part of why breast milk's so important. And then potentially that baby is going to have fewer infections, fewer problems. By taking a natural product like sun chlorella, I'm almost remiss if I don't tell someone who's breastfeeding to take sun chlorella.
クロレラっていうのはその恒常性を保つ機能があるので、体が最適な状況に持ってってるんだと思います。で、いろいろな臨床試験をしてきましたけれども、これ手とか上げてもいいですかね。数値が高い人であったり低い人、高かったら下がるんですよね。低ければ上げる。血液中の pH ですね。pH が崩れてるかもしれないなっていうのは 思いつきます。病気の種類によって pH がアルカリになってみたり酸性になってみたりっていうのはあるのかもしれませんが、クロレラはいろいろな栄養素成分が入ってます。それを摂ることでもともと人が持っている人間が持っているホメオスタシス恒常性っていうのを高めるんじゃないかというふうには考えています。いろいろな方のデータを見てきました。数値が高い人低い人います。でもその人たちが、低い人は高くなるし高い人は低くなる。もちろん基準値以内に当てはまるように調整されています。ただその闇雲に全ての人が真ん中の数値に来るのかというとそうではありません。どうも見ていますとその人の適切な数値、それは個々人によって違うと思いますけれども、その数値、個人が持つ最適な生きる環境にどうもクロレラは、調整する力を持ってるんじゃないかと。今後そういう機能性なところを評価してくるのは、僕らの仕事でもありますし、そういう試験を今度やっていけたらクロレラのエビデンスっていうところで僕の感覚だけじゃなくエビデンスっていうところで今後紹介できるのかなと。
听了医生们的介绍，人们不禁要问：既然小球藻有这么多好处，在日本那么受欢迎，为什么在世界上的其他国家没有受到更多的重视呢？医生表示呢，这有多方面的原因，包括人的习惯性的思维模式和广告宣传的影响等等。不过，医生相信，越来越多的人正在认识和发现小球藻的价值。好的，感谢您的收看，我们下次节目再会。